Good morning. Um, yeah. Let me grab some whiskey. Okay. So, uh, so last night I got drunk, and I didn't go to karaoke bar because I was too drunk to drive, and also I was kind of sleepy too, and so yeah. But tonight I might if I'm not drunk. Okay, so it all depends. Um, but yesterday we did the right thing, right? So basically, yeah, it was difficult topic, COVID-19 and post-Floyd BLM. Uh, yeah, Mr. George Floyd. Okay, uh, but we did it right. Yeah, like third time is charm. So the first two attempts failed on my part because I didn't quite do it right. So what was different that we did yesterday? Just like some children's rhyme goes, yeah, please put pretty sugar on it. That's what we did. We mixed negative copium and positive copium and made a wonderful food dish. So yeah, that was a success yesterday. Hmm? Yeah, so we are humanologists. We live and learn, right? We learn from mistakes, and just like anybody does. But the lesson is this: we can talk about anything. Why? We know how to put sugar, positive copium, pause on, negative copium, never on, right? Yeah. So basically, what we did yesterday was we did acting, sense of humor, right? Perhaps sympathy, compassion, right? Yeah, like this religion, Jesus and love, and that's how we succeeded. Okay, it took me a while. Okay, two failed attempts, but third time is charm. It's like the third day we resurrect with Jesus, right? It's kind of like that. So probably you have no idea what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, it's like human article speaking in tongue, langua language, right? It's humanological language, okay? So it's kind of foreign language too if you are not familiar with humanology theory, right? So yeah. Uh, so let me translate it to English. What I said. This is humanological language, lingo, jargon. So if I, yeah, I can translate to regular English, right? It's like this. COVID-19 and BLM, all right, it is interrelationship, all right, because so many people died during police arrest. It is regrettable and it's sad. Yeah, perhaps we can do better, and yeah, using electric shock more often than now they are doing. Okay, instead of physical restraint, maybe we should just electric shock them, right? Maybe safer that way. Hmm? Yeah. So yeah, perhaps more police officers should have this electric shocker, zapper, with them more often. But again, it's not perfect. Why? Because what happens? Hey, there's what's happened. Was it in Georgia or something? During the struggle, this guy took police officer's zapper and then ran away. An officer chasing uh, shot him to death when he was pointing this zapper at him. It's kind of far away, right? So maybe police officer couldn't tell it was zapper he's pointing at police officer or it was a gun. So yeah, police officer shot him to death. Okay. Um, again, we are sorry it happens, but you have to understand. Okay. When somebody resists police arrest, uh, that gives police officers probable cause to use force. Okay? If they are running away from police officers or if they are resisting police officers, it kind of gives them probable cause. Okay? Especially when the resistance is physical. Have I ever resisted police officers? Well, verbally. Verbally. Why? I was in law school, right? So I was like, hey, I'm a law student. I know the law, police officer. I kind of verbally resisted when I got traffic ticket. Okay, so but nothing physical. I guess I was just giving them some attitude. Okay, so why? You know, let boys be boys. Okay, so I kind of understand. Okay, but when it comes to physical resistance, you are they are crossing the line into somewhat very dangerous territory. Okay? So we didn't quite talk about this chokehold, right? Jiu-jitsu. Yeah, in jiu-jitsu, judo, the choking, twisting, arm lock, neck, submission style, that's bread and butter. You look at mixed martial art and it's not just martial art. Animals, tigers, bears, lions, they always go after the neck. Why? Because the weakest point in any animal's body. Windpipe, choking, right? Also blood flow as well, right? So animals like predatory animals like tigers, lions, bears, they always go after the neck, right? When they hunt. So that's why male lion have this mane. It's like scarf, so that other lions cannot attack their neck. That's lion's mane, male lion. Okay, yeah, to protect its own neck. So that's lion. All right, so yeah, chokehold, arm choke, neck choke. It's just bread and butter in jiu-jitsu in martial art. All right. Look at Mr. Hoist Gracie, right? Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Well, it's Gracie Senor. I try to pronounce it correctly, okay, the Portuguese, right? Hoist Gracie's father, he founded this Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. But when Japanese Jiu-Jitsu champion came to visit Brazil, the Hoist Gracie's father, he got really beat up. Okay, he lost the match. So Brazilian people were angry, so they threw eggs at this Jiu-Jitsu Japanese, the original authentic Jiu-Jitsu champion. Okay, but he Hoist Gracie's father, I don't know what his first name is, but he wouldn't give up. So this Japanese Jiu-Jitsu champion had to break his bones. Couple of them, okay. This guy wouldn't give up, okay. And he still didn't give up. So his coach, threw in white towel, and then there was that. Okay, so yeah. So So that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu's founder, he got beat up by Japanese, okay? So because he's very distracted. He and the audience in Brazil, they are both disrespectful to this original, authentic Japanese Jiu-Jitsu champion, right? That's why he got beat up, man. That's the founder of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, okay? Very disrespectful to Japanese. original, authentic Jiu-Jitsu champion. Okay, so he got beat up. Okay, he got beat up good. But his son, Hoist Gracie, he's a very good martial artist. Okay, so and he went ahead to go to this American Ultimate Fighting Championship. And he's not very muscular guy. He's not that tall, but he did this Hoist Gracie. I'm crazy Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he shocked American audience. We'll talk about that after 5 minutes. Okay. We are putting some pretty. Please put pretty sugar on it. Okay, just like it's like this. One, one more Paul Bearer. This Twilight Zone series. This Tycoon's past elementary school teacher. Yeah. I'm quoting from that. Okay, we'll take 5 minutes. All right. So. Oh boy. Okay, we'll talk about jujitsu. Okay, Japanese. I'm not good at it, alright, but I did learn. Hey, I'm not good at martial arts at all. Yeah, not at all. Okay, but I love it. Alright, and I do regularly practice it. Right, but I'm not good at it. I'm just a fan. I love martial art, but I'm not good at it. Just a fan. So Japanese back in the days they have heavy armor, right? So punching and kicking quite didn't work with this armored samurai. Okay, yeah, Japanese a lot of civil war, internal war inside of Japan. Uh, yeah, different tribes, warlords. Okay, so a lot of war, internal civil war in Japan. Okay. So yeah, they came up with armor, right? So punching and kicking cut didn't quite work. So that's how Japanese the jiu-jitsu came about. Later, it kind of branched out with judo, right? They kind of tried to imitate Chinese, like this, Tai Chi, more spiritual, more philosophy, more ethics in there, more religion too. Okay, so that's judo. The Tao, the way of Ju means flexibility. Uh, I don't know how to pronounce it in Chinese, but in because it's based on Chinese characters. Okay, in Korean, it's pronounced as yu. It means flow or flexibility, like water. Okay, so jujitsu, ju means flexibility. Ji means of, or apostrophe s. And jujitsu, chu means skill. In Korean pronunciation is like yu, 의, sul. Okay? Yeah, because it's based on Chinese characters, it get pronounced differently in China, Korea, and Japan. Okay? But same Chinese character and skill of flexibility. Okay? So that's English pronunciation of jujitsu. Judo, yeah, Tao, the way of flexibility. Okay? Kind of influenced by Taoism, Chinese Taoism, right? Philosophy. So, yeah, Judo, of course, is official Olympic Games martial art, right? Yeah. So it became official Olympic Games martial art Judo, like a lot of throwing to the ground, right? And then later on, Taekwondo become official martial art of Olympic Games, Summer Olympic Games, right? Yeah. Taekwondo is very beautiful martial art. A lot of jumping, kicking, and the demonstration in Taekwondo is very beautiful. It's like they jump and break this wooden panel. Yeah, as I grew up in Seoul, South Korea, yeah, I went to Taekwondo school. The name of that is a private school, okay? Yeah, my parents had to pay for it. It's a 석사체육관. Okay, now I remember, right? Yeah. Also, I was trying to remember that musical vocabulary is virtuoso. I looked up Paganini, okay, he's virtuoso. Yeah, that's so. Yeah, so now I recall those words that I was looking for. 석사체육관, virtuoso, yeah. Virtuoso means you can play very fast, very sophisticated musical instrument. Yeah. So, yeah, Taekwondo is very beautiful martial art. Yeah, it's combination of these founders, original founders of Taekwondo in South Korea. Yeah, they did study karate, right? So, yeah, Taekwondo is heavily influenced by karate, Japanese karate, and Japanese karate was influenced by Chinese martial art, like crane style in kung fu. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. So, Jiu-Jitsu, yeah, I did take some class in Jiu-Jitsu when I was in Madison, Wisconsin, right? There's this Caucasian gentleman. He's kind of short. He wears glasses, and he's black belt in Jiu-Jitsu, and then so I challenged him after the class. Hey, professor, I challenge you in judo. And he was like, oh, judo, okay, let's do it. And he got me in this arm lock. And I was like, please, I tap out, please stop. I lose you in. So other students, oh, they're laughing. Oh, Jiu-Jitsu is cool, man. And also, I also relearned Jiu-Jitsu again when I was in the U.S. Army from my friends. Some of my friends, state champion. Yeah, they told me, yeah. So I know some, okay. Not much, but yeah, I did learn. Jiu-Jitsu is fantastic. And yeah, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, right? Royce Gracie. So he came to UFC, and his opponent, taller, more muscle, right? But Royce Gracie would just choke them out. Neck choke. Chokehold, okay? So fast. They would just tap out. This bigger, hunkier, this hunky-dory, this muscle and taller guys. They would just tap out. And Royce Gracie, he doesn't have that much muscle. He doesn't have that much stature. But he would just win every time against this bigger, more muscular guy, taller guys. And Americans were shocked. And I have that UFC one, okay, because when I was in Fort Benning, Georgia, my drill sergeants they told me, hey, when you get out of this basic combat training, yeah, go buy UFC one, watch, and learn. And I did. Okay? And just like any American audience, when I watched this UFC one in DVD, I have no idea what happened, what he did. But whatever he did, it worked, and magic. It's like magical. Okay, we didn't quite understand what happened. It happened so fast. Oh, it's crazy. He's good. Yeah, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's kind of new to America. Okay, so we didn't quite understand what happened. We were like shocked. It's like David versus Goliath kind of thing. That's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, okay? It's something very real cool, okay? But it came from Japan. So Japanese people, for whatever reason, they migrated to Brazil, okay? And then they opened their Jiu-Jitsu school and taught Brazilian people. Brasileiros, okay? And Brazilians, I guess they're very good learners. It's not just Jiu-Jitsu, there's jazz, African American, original jazz. It came to Brazil somehow, and then Brazilian jazz, bossa nova, right? Senor Antonio Carlos Jobim, right? Yeah, bossa nova. Very cool music, right? Yeah. In Wikipedia, they say that's a jazz standard. Jazz standard. Whoever wrote that didn't know what he or she is talking about. Okay, there's no standard in jazz. Jazz is very amorphous, shapeless. That's jazz. Jazz is anti-standard, anti-norm. It's about free-flowing creativity. Whoever wrote that, there's no such a standard in jazz. Okay, no idea what he or she's talking about. Okay, so Wikipedia is not always accurate. Okay, there's no such a thing as standard in jazz. Okay, not very smart. Jazz is about freedom. Okay, so it's not about norm standard. No, it's about freedom. It's anti-standard. Okay, anti-rule, anti-norm. So jazz musicians they don't even read. Many of jazz musicians they don't even read this musical this score sheet sheet music. They don't do that. Okay, this is play right. Yeah, they don't read music. Okay, all right, we'll take 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay, so yeah. All right. So we're talking about jujitsu, right? So yeah, I mean, if somebody's martial art fan or martial artists themselves, then yeah, chokehold, yeah, it's just bread and butter. Yeah, like Mr. Ho is great, Senior Ho is crazy. He was able to choke out neck choke, okay, somebody who's bigger than him, and that's what happened during the arrest of Mr. George Floyd because he's very tall and he looks like he can fight. Yeah, a very handsome man, but yeah, kind of burly, very masculine, right? Yeah, looks like he can fight very well. Okay, he has that kind of appearance, impression, right? And he's very tall. He's very muscular. Okay, so I guess police officers were, uh, of course, they know this, right? That this guy accused of committing some counterfeit money, kind of pushover, kind of, you know. Yeah, I guess the counterfeit money was kind of obviously counterfeit. Okay, so they called police on him, right? And police officers came and they saw him. He's tall, right? Have you watched this Bruce Lee movie? Bruce Lee was, I mean, he's not that short, but he was. What's the movie title? Game of Death, I think. Yeah, he's had this yellow and black stripe yellow outfit, right? Yeah. Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill movie, Uma Thurman, she was kind of imitating that yellow, black stripe outfit. That's Bruce Lee, Game of Death, right? I have that DVD. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I didn't care for the movie itself, but I like that martial arts scene where they do all different styles of martial art, different weapons, traditional Chinese weapons, and Mr. Bruce Lee is very humorous acting when he fight these guys one by one. Yeah, so I have that DVD. Of course, yeah, his nunchucks. So when Bruce Lee was fighting this taller guy, he's like kickboxer, okay? Uh, I don't know his name, but he's African descent or Middle Eastern descent, okay? Bruce Lee, of course, Asian, right? But this guy's very tall, right? He was wearing sunglasses, right? He's something kickboxer, okay? Maybe champion, okay? He doesn't have that much muscle, okay? Bruce Lee, yeah, he has Bruce Lee muscle, right? Very, not too big, but very lean, but quality muscle, right? Yeah, he has that. And so like, so he was looking at like this because he's so tall. He's a Bruce Lee's opponent, okay? What did he do? He went after the neck choke. Okay, yeah. I mean that's martial art. Horace Gracie, who fought against somebody taller and more muscular. Okay, what does he do? Go after the neck. Okay, so that's what happened in the arrest of Mr. George Floyd in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Okay, of course we are sorry he passed away, right? But because police business is dangerous business, okay? And it became so notorious because somebody filmed it and put on the Facebook or YouTube, whatever, social media, okay? So America was kind of shocked, and not just America, the world was shocked by watching the footage. I did not watch the footage. Why? I don't want to. Why? Hey, I see enough bad things happening. I don't need another bad things. I don't need any more of this negative. No. all this protest going on, like taking down the statue, all the footage, I don't watch it, okay? Because I have enough bad stuff that I watch, okay? So I don't need any more of that, right? So yeah, I don't watch any of that. But 90% of the world, they don't practice martial art and they don't have any military experience. So they were shocked because they get to actually see it in the social media or news. Okay? Or martial artists or veterans, combat veterans or police officers, okay, yeah, we're kind of used to it, okay? So, yeah, people dying. Yeah, if I'm US Army veteran, okay, so yeah, we did deploy. We hear stories and uh, yeah, in war, people die, okay? So yeah, I'm U.S. Army veterans. I've been deployed to Afghanistan, but fortunately, uh, nobody died in our unit, okay? And because we deployed to some peaceful place, okay, in Afghanistan, right? We were never once attacked, okay? Yeah, there was some accident, but it was like helicopter accident, mechanical failure. Somebody got seriously injured, okay, but it was just mechanical failure. That was it, okay. Helicopter, okay. But and in our Afghanistan base, yeah, there was some special forces unit, okay. I mean, I personally didn't interact with them, but uh, special forces, they go into dangerous missions, right? And in that mission, kind of far away from our base, yeah, he did pass away. Okay, I think it was Special Forces captain, right? So yeah, we had some uh, not funeral but memorial for that Special Forces officer. But it was not around in and about our base. It was he has some special mission, Special Forces, kind of far away. We don't know where. Okay, but and police officers or military personnel or martial artists, yeah, injuries, life and death, or chokehold or martial art, or getting injured, and witnessing some people's death. We're kind of used to it, okay? Why? Because that's what happens in a war. Police officers line on work or martial art. That's just it comes with the territory. But the rest of the world, people, they don't practice martial art. They're not police officers, and they're not military personnel. They're not veterans. So, it's when they see it in the footage, they were shocked, right? But they're not used to it. Okay. Yeah. So that's another factor in this why this Mr. George Floyd's passing in Minnesota, Minneapolis, became so famous, notorious, because people they're just not used to that kind of things, and it was filmed in cell phone and social media, news. That's like 90% of people in the world. Okay, 10% of us, we may be police officers, whatever country's military people, like or martial artists. Hey, it comes with the territory. Okay, so we are sorry whenever somebody passes away. Of course we are sorry, but we are not that shocked. Why? Because we deal with that. We're kind of used to it. Yeah, people dying. We getting injured. Yeah, arm lock, neck choke. Yeah, we deal with that all the time. Okay, as a martial artist, police officer, or military personnel. Yeah. Yeah, so we aren't that shocked. That's like 10% of us. Right? Yeah, we are sorry. Okay, people pass away, but uh, us like police officers. I'm not police. I've never been a police officer. Okay, but police officers, military personnel, veterans, martial artists. It just comes with the territory, so we're kind of used to it. Okay, so language of brute force. It's like bread and butter. All right, so okay, all right. We are just explaining, describing why it happened. I mean, how it happened, why it became so famous, and why people are shocked. Because people are not conversant. 90% of people in the world, they are not used to this language of brute force. Okay, but 10% of us, yeah, we are used to it. We understand the language of the brute force. Yeah, I mean, if you watch UFC or MMA, mixed martial arts, Ultimate Fighting Championship, or some foreign countries, this cage fighting mixed martial art is brutal. Like Muay Thai, kickboxing, they use elbow, knee, which is very fantastic, very powerful martial art. Okay, Muay Thai, kickboxing. Oh, it's very powerful. Okay, it's powerful martial art. Okay, good stuff, right? I learned some. Okay, I'm not good at it. I'm not good at kickboxing, but I did learn some. Okay, it's something extremely powerful. Okay, so yeah, huge fan. We'll take 5 minutes. Okay. All right. Okay. So I have many friends whose kung fu is way better than mine, and I learn from them. Okay. Yeah, of course they are better than me. So I learn from them. I have many martial art friends, all different races, all different martial art style. Okay, all different languages, their country of origin. Okay, my friends who taught me martial arts, some of them are from Tibet. Some of them are from Thailand. Some of them are from Philippines. Okay, all different wonderful styles, and I did learn from them. Good to be in America, right? Because we have all these different people from all different countries. Okay, yeah, this wonderful diversity of this foreign cultures, foreign cuisine, foreign martial arts. Huge fan. It's good to be in America, right? Yeah, it's great country. We have people from everywhere, right? So that's where I differ from President Trump's foreign policy, okay? Because he's like chauvinistic, nationalistic, kind of. He doesn't have appreciation of foreign culture. I do, all right? So this foreign martial art exotic, very esoteric and mysterious and magical, okay? Whew. So I learned some good stuff from my friends, okay? They're from Japan, Korea, China, Philippines, Thailand, Tibet, okay? But President Trump and his Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, Mr. Mike Pompeo, they're doing good job to give some checks and balances to China, okay? Yeah, it's better for China that they get some checks and balances from President Trump and Mr. Secretary Mike Pompeo. I think they're doing a good job. Okay, so checks and balances. Okay, that's good. I can appreciate what they do. All right, because unchecked power, unlimited power, absolute power is corrupt. Okay, so it's better for Chinese politics that America give them some checks and balances. Okay, so I can appreciate that. Okay. Yeah. It's getting kind of hot. You know what? Please allow me to change to Hawaiian t-shirt. Okay, let's stop and restart. Okay, so.